Are you scared, Don?
I'm freaking out, man.
This is Brews and Bros, season 2, episode number 13. It's the Halloween episode.
Yes.
Got a bunch of stuff that we're going to be throwing at you today. We're going to try some pumpkin spice ales.
Yes.
We're going to talk some horror movie trivia.
I can't wait for that.
And pumpkin spice is also going unnoticed.
Unnoticed.
Because it's just all over.
It's getting out of hand.
It's getting way out of hand.
We'll talk later about that.
So this is the Halloween episode. It's going to be that theme. We got a couple of new additions to our studio today. We dimmed the lights a little bit to have that little spooky feel.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can still see us on camera. I guess we'll find out when we put it on YouTube.
Absolutely.
But on Brews and Bros, we are looking for that holy grail, right, Don?
For sure, my friend. My brother, we are looking for, we're going to give our honest opinion on these 3 beers. Do they fit the holy grail, like you said? Flavorful. Mm-hmm. Do they smell great?
They smell great.
And, of course, are they crushable?
Are they crushable? And, a few have come close this season.
Absolutely.
We're winding down. This is this is episode number 13, and we're a few away from the season finale.
I can't believe it. I mean, we're just pounding these out, man. That's great.
They really flew by, but we've had a blast, and we are sponsored by the Niagara Craft Brewery Tours and Fuel Custom Designs. I'll give you some more info on both of those sponsors a little bit later, but I don't want to wait any longer, right?
First on the docket. Can I say, though, I was mentioning this to you upstairs.
What's up?
I've never tried something to this effect.
Pumpkin spice.
Neither have I. I'm not a fan of
They were all over
spice,
the place.
But hopefully this is, it's going to be intriguing.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be intriguing.
Intriguing for sure. Yes. So first on the docket, we've got the Country Bumpkin Spiced Harvest Ale by Oast House Brewers.
Oast.
5.3%.
Yes.
And it had a lot of literature on there.
This one was, actually, when I was reading it, if I could just read a few words from it.
Yeah, go ahead.
A cozy fall ale made with a mishmash of house-roasted pumpkin, butternut, acorn, and Hubbard squash puree from Howell's Farm, which is a local farm here. Yes, we go there and we frequent it and get our pumpkins there. So that's great. We love natural stuff, so it looks like there's natural stuff in here, right? This extra process of caramelizing, along with addition of traditional pie spices, lends a unique character, body, and depth of flavor. Rich, warm aromas and flavors of sweet malt, pie filling, subtle hints of squash and nutty. There's a lot going on here, Brew. I can go on, and I don't want to drink it.
That leads to my next question, I guess.
Sure.
Or statement.
Yeah.
There better be some aroma, Don. Come on. There better.
With everything that's in it.
Right? If I put it in and I get nothing, I'm going to, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not even going to drink it. I'm just joking.
That's travesty. Well, you would think. You put all that time and effort into kind of creating it, right? You put all the literature in. The can looks phenomenal. I like the can.
The can is phenomenal. It screams Halloween. It screams country harvest, which is a good thing. Natural ingredients, natural flavors.
Which is what we like and we enjoy.
This color, am I pouring a pumpkin into a glass right now?
And you know what? That's great to see, right? Are you seeing like a tinge of orange in there, which is nice.
You know what? I can draw a jack-o'-lantern face on my mug.
That's fantastic.
And
okay, we're already off to a good start.
Good start. Looks good.
Put your schnoz in there.
Let's do this. Okay.
Okay.
A little, subtle notes.
Well, I did mention in there subtle notes. In their aromas, did say mention. So I'm going to save them on that. I'm going to save them on that because it did say subtle notes on that, right? Subtle notes, subtle hints of squash and nuttiness phase naturally to a rather crisp, slightly dry finish.
Can I comment again on the color for a second?
But it does look awesome.
I don't know if it's because the lighting is down, but you know what this looks like to me right now? Orange crush.
Yeah, it does.
How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
I want to go in for one more riff. It's still the ale that's most prominent that comes out.
It is
there might be a little bit of a spice, but you know what I will say? Because both of us are not a fan of like Radlers, for example.
Right.
We were really hoping that these beers were just going to bring a touch of that.
But I'm kind of optimistic here because I'm smelling the ale. The ale beer there, so...
Is it going to blow us away?
I hope. Could this be...
Let's do it.
Okay, cheers.
That's interesting right off the bat.
Okay.
So, this is the Country Bumpkin, the Spiced Harvest Ale. It's kind of exactly the way that they described it, right?
Yeah. So that's a nice punch of flavor.
Nice punch of flavor, but it has subtle notes right across the board.
Yes.
It's not sweet.
No.
All right. It's not like you're getting your latte or your pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks.
Right.
Nothing like that at all. It's an ale through and through.
Absolutely.
But it has a little bit of that spice.
That's what that spicy, like harvesty type of flavor in there is fantastic.
It's really hitting that spice note.
For sure.
It almost reminds me, which we're a big fan of.
Yeah.
The Diablo.
Yes.
Put out the ranking for the lagers, and
It crushed. It was what'd you coin it? El Fuego.
Well, it was on Fuego. This is a little bit on Fuego too. I'm going for another sip here,
Okay.
but I'm excited if this is what it's going to be like. If this is what it's going to be like, Don. Refreshing, crisp, a little bit of that spice all the way through.
Yeah, the
cinnamon.
spice.
Cinnamon? Is that what's coming out of the back?
Yeah, I don't know. Cinnamon.
But not.
No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not. Well, they didn't say it in there, but I mean,
nutmeg. Okay. I'm just coming up with things that when I'm baking a sweet potato pie, for example, right?
I don't know if I'm I do eat the squash sides of vegetables, right?
Yeah.
Like the acorns. I don't know if I'm getting any. Acorn tends to be a little bit more peppier.
Okay.
I'm not really getting that, but the spice is really prevalent. I mean, it's good.
I guess we should just say, go get this one.
Yeah, try it.
You don't have to be afraid of this. I know.
No, I know.
Country bumpkin. You see this? I don't like pumpkin spice or whatever. This is just a lager. It has just a little bit of that kick of spice. It's exactly the way they described it. They did a good job with this, Tom.
They did a great job.
They really did. I think
spiced harvest ale. The ale is there, man.
It feels like they harvested all the ingredients it needed, and they made a great beer.
Can I tell you honestly? I was a little bit kind of hesitant, thinking that, oh my god, this is going to be is it going to be like pumpkin?
We were
overload?
pumped for this episode because of the Halloween nature of it.
Yeah.
We weren't really pumped for the beers because we weren't sure what to expect. This is the first time I've had a pumpkin spice.
Congratulations, Oast. You did one great here.
Way to go.
Fantastic.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta talk while we're doing this, Don, because on the podcast, for those diehard listeners that still are traditional to the podcast, a little bit of dead air when we're writing this down now and all that. So I'm gonna try my best to keep talking, so we know that we're still here and that we didn't leave. My score is locked in. I believe the Don Ernesto score is locked in.
It definitely is.
Are you ready, Don?
Yes, sir.
Again, this was the Country Bumpkin Spiced Harvest Ale by Oast House Brewers, 5.3%. 3, 2, 1. 8.07.
7.9.
Fantastic.
That was great.
What a way to start out this Halloween.
I'm pleasant. Yes.
Spiced ale.
Pleasantly surprised.
Did we say at the beginning that we were having pumpkin spice ales?
I think we did. We mentioned.
Hopefully we did.
I don't even think
back the tape. I guess we'll find out.
I don't even think we introduced our who we are.
Nothing. We'll get it together for the next beer, guys. Check us out
now, anyways.
When we come back.
Yeah, great.
We're back.
Yeah, sir.
This is Brews and Bros, and we are sponsored by Fuel Digital Designs. Check them out. Look at the Ghostbusters back there. Look at the Jason. That's
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. We got the Joker over there. Right? He's got everything.
Just he's amazing. His content's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We got to put some people on notice, and this is a lot of people on notice, including a lot of these breweries, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just go for it.
Okay.
We're putting pumpkin spice on notice, okay? Yes, we know that time of year, it just seems that it's going overboard with pumpkin spice, and I don't think it's all that good.
I don't think so either. I mean...
we were just talking in general. Starbucks, right? They go, oh, you got your pumpkin spice latte and all that.
But everybody's doing the same thing. I'm trying to find something to kind of...
they're all doing the same thing,
here, but it's getting boring talking about it, and
I think
seeing it out there.
We'll put it over the top for me.
Yeah.
So, first of all, pumpkin pie, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not a big fan.
This might be controversial here.
Well, we produce pumpkins because we make jack-o'-lanterns. Then we're like, you know what? Let's make some pies out of it. And the only way that I can eat it is with the whipped cream. Okay.
Right.
If I don't have whipped cream, I can't eat the pumpkin pie.
Sure.
But this is what put it over the top for me.
Okay.
So I go into the fridge because we had some people over and we had a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
The freaking whipped cream was pumpkin spice.
Ugh.
Okay, so I'm putting pumpkin spice on my pumpkin. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I want regular whipped cream to go on my pumpkin. I don't need to be overloaded with the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Now,
how much pumpkin do you really need?
I will say this. Halloween's not my thing, though.
I'm not a big fan of it either. My kids, obviously, they like it. They're growing up, right?
But even as a kid, I had great costumes. Thanks to my mom, I had fantastic costumes. But it wasn't my thing. Going and getting candy and you get smart early on. Like, Mom, why don't we just close the doors? All the candy that you bought to hand out, let's just eat it. Like, let's not even go out. I would be more of that mold, right? But so Halloween wasn't my thing. So maybe I'm a little biased with the whole pumpkin spice, but just you can't go anywhere. Everything's in the pumpkin spice cereal, pumpkin spice this and that.
It's just like you said, like
too much.
It's just overload.
But the saving grace
is
our first pumpkin spice beer, which all the beers that we're having tonight is our pumpkin spice. That was fantastic.
That was great.
I was crushed it with the bumpkin. What was it called? Country Bumpkin.
Country Bumpkin. They definitely crushed it. That was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I mean, we both finished it. Obviously, we finished all our beers, but that was extra. That was good.
And I'm really hoping that our second beer, Tales from the Patch Pumpkin?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yep, Tales from the Patch
Pumpkin Porter by Big Rig Brewery. It's that's a 5.8?
5.8%.
5.8%.
Yeah, the can, you'll see it here, but I just wanted, there was some literature on here.
Yeah, go to read it. The can's fantastic.
I love this. A cornucopia of spices and creamy milk sugar were added into this chocolate-hued porter to make it scary good. It's like homemade pumpkin pie with whipped cream, but better. You know why? Because it's beer.
Because it's beer.
I love it. And if you're going to get this, guys, and this is good, just to give you a heads up, this can is glow in the dark.
They said it was glow in the dark.
Yeah, we tried. We were
trying to test it out. I don't know. It wasn't dark enough where we were.
Maybe after the show we can try and see pitch black and see if it glows in the dark. But they're claiming that this glows in the dark. So I'm thoroughly ready for this.
I just remembered, Don.
Yeah.
Before we poured this into the glass.
Yeah.
For those keen-eyed people out there, you might notice again that we do not have two silversmith glasses.
Oh, God.
It's so ridiculous that this is like, so I brought up George Costanza and when he got the statue that he broke as a kid and Jerry found a box and yes, I got the statue back. What I didn't mention was at the end of that episode, Don.
Yeah.
So I think it was Kramer pats him on the back when he has a statue.
He breaks it again.
Drops it and breaks it. Well, guess what I did with the glass?
That's fantastic.
I broke it. Oh, I'm just washing. Don, I wasn't even doing anything. Like, I wasn't juggling with it.
Yeah.
It broke.
Still.
I don't know.
You broke too many.
I know. It's crazy. Anyways, I wanted to bring it up because I'm like, you're back to not matching the glasses with the silversmith. But let's try this. I'm excited for it.
Big Rig.
You think it's going to pour in? Oh, no, this is
a porter.
So
that's right. That should be apologies to Superfan Joe.
Well, you know what? We're going for that this time of year.
What's available?
Yeah, they're producing the harvest. They're producing the pumpkin, the spice kind of beers. So I know we're all over the map. That's okay. We're gonna try it.
It still has pumpkin in it, so
it's kind of nice sometimes to mix it up, right? Yeah. We had a nice ale. We're gonna do a nice dark beer.
Sure.
Really dark beer too.
Nice. The color of the head, nice and caramel, malty type of color there, which is really nice.
There's some aroma on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh. Okay. I thought maybe my nose is playing tricks on me.
Your nose is better than my nose today? I mean,
there's some pleasant tones.
Yeah,
to this.
okay.
Yeah, there's some maltiness and spice.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know about spicy. I mean,
I'm getting a little.
I hope it's in the taste, but I mean, I can smell the porter type.
But it's more than just the porter. Smell harder.
Maybe a little bit clogged up over here.
Oh boy, no. There's some.
I'm not getting nothing there.
What's happened? We haven't been lining up with our noses. The one's the Diablo.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
Finally on the third whiff, fourth whiff.
Maybe. We'll see.
There it is. There's a little bit of spiciness. But look at that. We got that. This is a dark porter.
Nice and creamy, too. The head's nice.
Yeah. Is this the one that they said lactose is in this one?
No.
You sure?
They didn't mention anything in here.
I thought there was something about lactose.
Oh, okay. No, it doesn't say anything like that. No. Pumpkin porter, Tales from the Patch.
Tales from the Patch. Okay.
Yeah. Big Rig.
Let's do it.
Okay, dude.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. That's a smooth porter.
Okay.
Hey, that's a smooth porter. I was waiting because sometimes you're swinging that porter and you're like, okay, how much of that afterbite is there going to be? How much of that porter taste is there going to be? Are you tasting that spice now?
I am a little bit, yes.
You know what's kind of crazy?
It's coming through.
Very similar to the first beer, which was an ale, that they had that across the board with the spice.
Yeah, not as heavy as Oast, but it's there.
Touch there.
It's nice light.
This is a nice smooth.
I like how you're still getting it's true. Like it's true to the porter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you're still getting that.
It's definitely a true porter.
Because that's what my fear was, that we were just going to get overload pumpkin, right? And we're not getting that. These two beers here are sticking to its traditional porter ale. Great job, man.
Yeah, I was worried he was going to go too overboard on the sweet part.
Yeah.
And this isn't. So this is a good, nice, classic porter.
Yeah.
They just blended that spice, that harvest spice, that pumpkin spice perfectly with it. I'm going to take another swig.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting, Donna? I will say this, because we're technically not ranking this with the rest of the porters.
Correct. But if you had to?
If we had to, this would be, I think, upper echelon for the porters that we've had.
Absolutely. I'm getting that now chocolate, milk chocolate hue in there,
There's some stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Every swig, you're going to get something different. If you're a porter lover, go get this one.
Yeah,
There's
I agree.
nothing too overpowering. It's smooth. I could drink this no problem. You might have a couple of these. With dinner, this is good. Nothing's going to
I wouldn't hesitate to have this for, with your turkey dinner or your breakfast. Yeah, this is fantastic.
You know what? It would complement it nicely.
Absolutely.
Actually, you know how versatile this is? I would almost say that you can have this with the turkey dinner, or wait till you're having your apple pie, pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
You can have this with
absolutely.
that too. Yeah. Not bad. Big rig. Okay, I'm going to do one more swig.
Rig. Do it up. Are you ready or what?
I want to take one more swig.
Okay.
So far, so good, though, Don. So far, so good.
Wow. Could this be like a...
I
don't know.
Better than we thought so far.
Yeah.
So this was the Tales from the Pumpkin... Tales from the Patch Pumpkin. I keep on wanting to say Pumpkin Patch. Tales from the Patch Pumpkin Porter
by Big
Rig. I think we're ready to score this thing.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's try not to have any dead air while we're doing this.
Yep.
We're going to talk about something. I don't know. I guess I should ask you, Don. Did you do any research for this?
I can tell you right
horror movie trivia that we're going to do.
Absolutely. You know me. Absolutely not.
He doesn't need to.
I don't need to.
You know your
because
stuff.
I know everything.
All right, he knows everything. All right. Wow. Okay. I don't know.
You saw my score already?
No.
Is that why you said wow?
No, I was...
Okay.
I don't know why I said that.
Okay.
I said wow to myself as I was writing it down. Wow, I got the score right. Let's do this.
All right, let's go.
3, 2, 1. 7.9 from the Don Ernesto, 7.8 from Meet the Bruiser.
Yep, that's great. No,
Great scores right off the bat. We were so skeptical of these pumpkin
it's
spice
such
beers.
a shame that they're not going to be involved in it, though. No,
Well, you know what?
I don't know.
Maybe we have to rethink that.
Okay.
Might have to.
We can have a meeting after and see if this is even
All right,
worthy
we'll
of a
discuss.
chart, right?
When we come back, the Don Ernesto tries his hand at some horror movie trivia.
Yes,
Check it out when
baby.
we come back.
Woohoo.
We're back.
Yeah.
This is Brews and Bros. This is the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
And we are sponsored by Niagara Craft Brewery Tours. We got a promo code for you.
Yes, sir. Pop in Brews and Bros. BREWSN BROS for 20% off, folks. I know it's October and it's freezing, but it's always good to drink beer.
That's why you can warm up with some beer, right?
Yes, sir.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
All right. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Dun, dun, dun.
In my hand, I have some horror movie trivia.
I'm going to fail miserably on this. Here, but here, let's go. Let's have some,
Multiple choice. I'll give you
Alright.
some hints along the way.
okay.
But one,
Let's have some fun with it.
one blew my mind. And I've been thinking about it for like the last 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
I can't get the image out of my head.
All right.
That's one of the last questions. So
Okay.
you're going to have to see what that one is. But
Okay.
are we ready? We'll get right into this? Horror
Let's
movie
do it.
trivia? Question
Let's do
number
it.
1?
Woo.
Question number 1. I don't know. Maybe we're starting off a little bit easy. But
Okay.
question number 1.
Sure.
What is the name of the summer camp where Friday the 13th takes place? A. Camp Cascade Lake. B. Camp Crystal Lake. C. Camp Clover Lake.
B.
Camp Crystal Lake?
Yeah.
I'm going to actually press it for the first time. I think. No, I don't even have the bell.
I got your back.
That's
I got your
hilarious. And you hit the right one.
I got your back.
We've had that little bell sitting on the desk for how long, right?
I know.
And I went forward and I replaced it with the candle.
With the light.
Yeah. All right.
It's okay. I
Yeah,
get
one for one.
Yes.
Woo! Good Don. Okay, he's on fire today.
Na,
Let's
na,
see.
na, na. Let's go.
Question number 2.
Okay.
What is the name of the possessed young girl
Ooh.
in The Exorcist?
Oh. Okay.
A is Regan. Or Reagan. Actually, Regan.
Reagan.
B is Rachel. 3 is Ronnie. A is Reagan.
It's A.
It's... You're correct. 2 for 2.
I'm gonna give myself some.
Is it
gunshots,
Reagan or Regan? It's Reagan, right? Reagan?
Reagan.
Reagan,
Potato.
I don't know if I spelled it wrong.
Ah, whatever.
All right.
REAGAN.
Yeah.
Reagan.
Okay.
Reagan.
All right.
Reagan.
2 for 2 though for the dog. Not bad.
Ooh.
All right. Here we go. Number 3. How much screen time did Freddy Krueger have in the original Nightmare on Elm Street?
Ooh.
A, 30 minutes. B, 20 minutes. C, 7 minutes. Screen time.
In the original?
In the original.
Nightmare on Elm Street. This sounds like a
Nightmare on Elm Street. 30,
this sounds
20,
like a
7.
trick question.
Trick question.
I'm gonna go off the chain here. I'm gonna say C. 7 minutes.
C. Holy cow, Don. 3 for 3. You're great. Are you a horror aficionado?
Yes. I just watched The Conjuring.
Wow. 7 minutes. Isn't it nuts?
Yes.
Like, that's it. The poster's Freddy Krueger. You see the hands. And the mask,
7.
Everything's Freddy Krueger. It's only for 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
How nuts is that?
Wow.
That was nuts.
I used to be so scared of those
All
movies,
right.
man.
Here's the one.
Is this the final?
Wait a minute. I might have put this in the wrong order.
What?
I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna switch this up. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Switch it up. You.
On my list here, I want to keep this one for last.
Okay,
that's the
switch
one
it on the fly.
That's the one that had an impact on
That's
me.
okay, good.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Number 3. Or 4. 3 or 4. One. How many are we do? 1, 2,
4.
3.
4.
This is number 4.
Yep.
The movie Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock, was the first movie ever to feature this household item.
Oh.
A toilet. B, a bathtub. C, a vacuum cleaner. Toilet, bathtub, vacuum cleaner.
I'm gonna say a vacuum cleaner.
Unfortunately, Don,
Oh.
that's your first stripe. Oh, wow, you've been doing great. It's actually a toilet.
Really?
Yeah.
I know it's. You said Alfred Hitchcock's, right?
Alfred Hitchcock.
That's pretty old, right?
It's pretty, yeah. Psycho's pretty old. What's
Yeah.
kind of crazy is that I
Okay.
guess it's also the first ever to flush a toilet on screen.
Really?
There was a stigma about not showing a toilet. Maybe they thought it was gross. but
Okay.
If you know Alfred
enough.
Hitchcock, and you know I'm a movie buff,
Yeah.
he went
did a lot
against
of-
the grain. He did his thing, so
yeah.
I know he did it on purpose.
You know,
He's showing the toilet.
I think one of his
How controversial was that?
one of his ones really freaked me out as a kid.
Which
was,
one?
The Birds.
The Birds, yeah.
Oh my
I know,
god!
I
when
know.
she's on the boat and they
Yeah,
all come
that
out.
was so-
Yeah,
yeah.
but so like yeah.
To this day, you walk around, you see a crow or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, stay away from me.
All right, number 5. Is this it? Is this the finale?
We got a bonus.
Okay, bonus.
Number
All right.
5.
Good.
The movie Psych. No, that's the last one. Okay, sorry. We'll just take this one. The mask. Here's the one that blew me. The mask worn by Michael Myers in Halloween is actually the face of a famous person. A, is it Richard Nixon? B, is it William Shatner? C, is it Adolf Hitler? And this is legit, like a mask.
Okay, I'm gonna say
one.
A.
Unfortunately, Don,
Oh,
it's William Shatner.
really?
The set designer or the costume maker was a huge fan of Star Trek.
Really?
And they had a low budget. And he went to just like a random store. It must have been around Halloween, I'm going to assume, so which matches our theme. And he saw a whole bunch of William Shatner masks. Like kids were going to wear them as Halloween costumes.
Really?
And he's like, can I have a box of them? And so he bought a whole box.
Wow.
And they used this as the actual mask for Michael Myers. You got to go online and see it.
Michael Myers.
I'm going to bring it up, on YouTube. All right, but if you're listening to the podcast,
I didn't even
Google it.
I didn't even listen to your question. I thought you were talking about Jason from Friday the 13th.
No,
I'm
Michael Myers.
William Shatner
Michael
looks
Myers.
like Friday.
The white mask.
Jason
with the
Voorhees.
hair.
Yeah, okay.
Michael Myers.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about now. It's just
Here we go.
I wasn't really listening to the question.
Wait, if you could maybe listen. What do you want me to say? I can't help you if you're not going to listen.
I'm in space right now.
All right, let's see if we can get back. No, actually, this is just a bonus. It's just a guess. It's not A, B, or C.
Well, I'm gonna give myself gunshots anyways.
All right, bonus. Highest grossing horror movie of all time.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to give you a hint. It's actually a recent movie. 2017, which
Okay.
is relatively
Okay, that might help me out.
recent.
Yeah.
If you want to give a guess, you can give a guess, but
Sure.
not multiple choice. Just
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you want me to guess?
You don't have to.
No, 2017.
All right. It. The remake, the movie
Okay,
It. Highest grossing.
Yes, the first one or second one remake? Does it say? Or
The
is it just-
2017.
Okay,
remake.
whichever one that was.
Yeah. So I
Which is
just
probably
thought,
the first remake.
because there's been
Which-
some like Exorcist, and
Yeah.
there's been a lot.
No,
of,
but it's always been a staple. Like the original one was.
people don't like clowns. Are you afraid of
I
clowns?
don't. I don't know if I'd be.
I have a friend.
Do you?
Yeah, my buddy Chris.
Just freaks out.
I'm gonna shout him out. It's funny. I remember he was telling me he took his kids to the circus the one time.
And he loses.
I went to the same circus, not the same time as them. And there is a point where these clowns are kind of running
Oh,
around.
wow. And he just lost
Yeah,
it.
he kind of like had to hide
Yeah.
and
Well, it scares me. Like if it's a clown like that with these sharp tissues.
Well, that's
And he-
beyond the clown.
and it
though.
eats you.
That's, well,
And it,
sure.
Yeah.
Eat your face off, kind of.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed both those the remakes, like the new ones.
Me too.
They were really good.
Ready for this third beer?
Let's
now.
go.
This is the last beer, and we've been blown away with this theme of pumpkin spice beers. We weren't sure what to get. Third beer, the pumpkin ale, this is by Lake of Bays Brewing Company. It's a 6.0.
Lake of Bays.
I think a lot of their beers they just tell you what it is, right?
Yeah.
This is pumpkin ale.
Pumpkin ale.
Right?
We're going to celebrate sweater weather, guys, with this refreshing malt forward ale featuring Magnum and Fuggles hops. Fugles or Fuggles, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Pumpkin, vanilla, and spice. Subtle notes of nut and caramel make it an ideal partner for harvest fare. So,
you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
You said caramel. You said vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla is one of the most aromatic spices or whatever you want to call it.
You're hoping that it just shoots vanilla right up
I
your
want
nose.
it to already be, I want to smell something even before I open up the can is what I want with this, okay? After you described it like that, all right? But let's do it.
All right.
Great.
All right. Ooh.
Okay. Oh, yeah, what?
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I know. Sure.
Oh, nice color. Pumpkin-y color.
Okay, this is a hazier one, no?
I don't know.
That first one that we had was an ale was more of like, it looked like an orange crush with the coloration and the golden cut. This is maybe,
Oh, it's got the same, brew. I think it looks the same,
a little bit, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the same, brother.
Fantastic color. You know what?
I love this.
I don't know, Don. You know what? If we have a hat trick tonight, 3 for 3, I'm going to say this.
Okay.
Because you know that next month, November, we're not going to be able to get these things.
That's right.
Maybe we finally have something to look forward to.
Sure.
Maybe it's not about the pumpkin spice latte.
No.
But if you give me
I love it. I love it.
And then we get excited. And then all these beers are, more and more beers are going to come out with these.
Look at nice.
Because I'm going to go
fluffy head on this here. Not as orangey as or malty as Oast, but I mean they're different. They're different. But look at that color.
Yeah, color's great. I don't know. There's a slight touch of haze for me.
Can you guys see that out there?
I know we dimmed the lights for the Halloween episode, but hopefully we can. Hopefully our eyes aren't playing tricks on us. But let's give it a smell here. Yeah, you know what? Again, you're getting a little bit of that spice. It's still an ale. I wish it would have had a little bit more about that vanilla or the caramel, at least on the first.
I'm not picking up anything really too overpowering.
No, but it's a nice, refreshing, pleasant smell. And spice is
I might get a little bit of vanilla in there.
What is the spice in pumpkin spice? That's maybe we should have done that research.
Yeah, we should. Probably should have. Yeah.
I want to say that all three of them had that, whatever that smell was. I kind of said nutmeg, or possibly cinnamon. But when we're saying pumpkin spice, is it a combination of spices to go along with the pumpkin aspect?
I would assume that. I mean, because pumpkin in itself, when you're tasting, I mean, is it? Well, I mean, pumpkin pie, right? I mean, I don't know.
So whatever they've used in terms of the spice, I will say all three of them had whatever that distinct flavor is. But I'm ready to try this one.
Let's go.
I'm really hoping
Let's go.
A good note here. Let's do this. Lake of Bays. Lake of Bays.
Lake of Bays.
Refreshing again, eh, Don?
Very, very.
I had a little touch of the vanilla right at the end.
Right at the end? Okay.
Right at the end.
I think I'll take another swig and.
I would say that this one is probably, even though including the porter, this is probably the most complex taste of the three.
It is. I feel that it's a little bit lighter than the Oast one.
Yes, it's a little
bit. They're both ales, right? So
it's a little bit lighter, but
I'm judging it on that, right?
There's a few different flavors that are going on here. I'm gonna have to take a few swigs of this one to get at these notes. But spice is there. I had a little bit of touch of the vanilla on my tongue at the very end as my afterbite.
Yeah, very faint. I'm just taking my second swig there, and I did feel a little bit there.
Chris,
not so much overpowering on the nutty flavors.
No, I will say this one.
Yeah,
this one is the most pumpkin-y of the three.
Okay,
for me.
Okay.
A little bit more of that pumpkin. Like, I know.
You know what? I'm getting that.
Right?
Getting that.
So, did you ever bite into a pumpkin before?
Mm-mm.
Never? Like when you're carving pumpkins with the kids and you
just eat it?
Yeah.
No.
Never.
No, why?
I don't know. I have.
No, I just...
You weren't curious.
Scoop out the seeds and see you later.
I've been known to bite into a pumpkin, okay?
So like when you're cutting out the eye, you would just take a bite of it?
Pretend it's a watermelon and just... Yeah,
no, never.
All right. So... I know that flavor.
Okay.
I'm going to say this has a little bit more pumpkin flavor of the three. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Okay.
I'm just saying that, because that's what they're going for. Again.
Sure,
pumpkin ale.
I mean,
Lake of Bays, they're always very poignant.
Yes.
Right? This is a pumpkin ale.
Yep.
You're going to like it.
Yep.
It's nice and crisp, refreshing. Has that spice that's going right through, but this has more pumpkin. So if you don't like pumpkin spice at all,
Yep.
this might not be the beer for you.
Sure.
But I will say this.
It's doing. It says heaviness, like not heaviness, but malt forward.
Malt. It is malt forward, spice forward, pumpkin forward with this beer.
Yep.
I think it's pretty good though. I'm going to take another swig.
Absolutely.
I'm happy today.
Cheers, man.
I'll cheers.
Yeah,
it
cheers
again.
it
You know, it's
again.
this Halloween episode. I thought it was great actually.
Fantastic, guys. Great job.
Crunching on some ice.
From the
When I was
glass.
frosting the glass.
That's
Okay.
great, man. That's
I
great.
got to take another swig. That didn't count.
Sure. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Are you ready? Sorry, I'm rushing over here.
Pumpkin spice beers.
I dropped my marker.
Good recovery. Didn't even notice.
Ah.
All right. A little bit of dead air there. Sorry,
Yeah,
folks. That are
that's okay,
listening on
folks.
the
Sorry about
podcast,
that, guys.
Let's,
We should have some ringing of the bells or something.
ringing like in church when they know you're gonna have the coming up for the bread. All right, let's do this. I guess.
Yeah, ready?
We're going 3, 2, 1. 7.3 from the Don Ernesto. 7.7.
Okay.
The Bruiser.
All right.
That was the Pumpkin Ale by Lake of Bays. I would say it's the most pumpkin flavor of the 3 that we've had today.
I would honestly say though, back to back to back, like a three-peat of great beers,
I'm-
man. I'm pleasantly surprised with the pumpkin spice.
We could almost do 3 more
Yeah,
next episode.
3 more pumpkins.
They're there,
Yeah,
right? You know, it was funny. Just all of a sudden, bam, they exploded. Everywhere you go, pumpkin spice.
For a
pumpkin
short
ale,
period
pumpkin
of
ale,
time,
pumpkin
yeah,
porter,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I guess, you know, I will say this. I think we do have something to look forward to next Halloween.
That's great.
Maybe
You know what?
Halloween is finally
after doing
gonna
after
be,
doing that, I agree with you.
yeah,
I
something,
concur.
something to look forward to.
All right, when we come back, I guess.
We come back.
Closing arguments.
Closing arguments.
Yep. We'll
All
see you
right.
soon.
We'll see you in a bit.
Bye bye.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
We're back.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that I was not expecting these beers to be that good.
I'm just gonna applaud pumpkin spice tonight. 'Cause
Honestly,
I was thoroughly surprised that I was so scared that it was just gonna be overabundance
well,
of
because
pumpkin.
like I said, I'm not a big fan of pumpkin.
No, me neither.
Like it's there with the carrot cake. Like, why are you making a cake out of carrots? Like, you know, why are you making pie out of pumpkins, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I was very skeptical.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I am
Me too.
honestly going to say, just like I said earlier,
But you knew
I'm going to be excited for these now.
Hang on, you knew we had heavy hitters tonight, right? Like Oast.
We
Big
said
Pig,
that.
Lake of Bays,
Solid,
like, solid
breweries. They know what they're doing.
They do, and we're going to show you guys out because you guys do a fantastic job.
Yes,
in the
I know. The Don already gave you an applause. You deserve another applause.
Absolutely.
Because
fantastic.
it wasn't a gimmick.
No.
Right? You guys, and this is what if you watch the podcast, we're all about experimenting, trying to enhance
For sure.
flavor, try to improve on flavor.
Yep.
So you guys didn't say, let's throw some pumpkin in this and call it a pumpkin lager, and we're going to sell a bunch of this beer.
There was depth to all these.
Yeah,
there was
did a
a
great job
lot of
with the
things
actual
going on,
beers.
complex flavors in here. And I know we mixed it up with 2 ales and a porter, but you know what? I think it was a great combination.
Yeah, it was a perfect
It was
combination.
fantastic
I really,
combination.
really do.
Great job.
So we are sponsored by Fuel Digital Designs and Niagara Craft Brewery Tours.
Check our wall out here, guys. Anything you need from them, can you join them on Etsy and then buy all their digital prints?
And put the promo code in there, Brews
For
and
sure.
Bros.
Niagara Craft Brewery Tours.
Yeah.
Promo code is Brews and Bros. BREWSNBROS. 20% off. Still enjoy a craft brewery tour, guys.
Favorite horror movie, Don? What do you,
Well,
what do you
there
think?
was quite a bit I watched as a youngster, but
Because
I
we
think
did
my
the-
favorite one, I don't know about favorite. Yeah, I was always a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay,
I was.
Nightmare on-
I was always a fan of,
And-
scared the hell out of me. I hated Freddy Krueger.
Do you,
because you know what? I always had a trouble falling asleep as a kid. And knowing that,
Right.
when he comes into your dreams,
Yeah.
kind of scared the hell out of me. But
And I
yeah, go ahead.
guess I can go on record now because I get the episode's done. The Halloween
Yeah.
episode's done.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies in its entirety.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually going to go back. They're on Amazon Prime and all that
Yeah.
right now. It's on my list. I think this week I'm
Honestly, you should do it.
Yeah.
From 1 to however many
Yeah,
with rubber.
I think I'm just going to sit down.
But the
because-
original ones, right?
because-
I watched the one that was in that was recently posted in 2017, I think, or 2010, whatever.
Because my favorite
Yeah.
were the Friday the 13th.
Okay. Yeah.
Jason, for
Yeah.
me, Jason Voorhees, and just the slasher.
But it gets out of hand when they go into space.
Oh, yeah,
and fight the predator.
goes nuts.
And he fights.
Yes.
Does he fight the alien?
Yes.
I don't know who he fights.
So,
like
let's
I'm not
go
even a fan
back
of
to
that.
the original.
Yeah,
the
I'm
first
talking. If you're gonna
ones.
watch Nightmare on Elm Street, please go watch.
back and watch the originals.
Robert Englund as Freddy. Like,
Yeah.
that's the originals, right?
Yeah. So we want to know
Yeah.
what was your favorite? I know we did our scariest movie, and I had my zombie movies on,
Yeah,
on there,
yeah.
and but favorite, like
Favorite
just ones
horror
you
movie.
enjoy,
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of classics out there that people
For
enjoy.
sure.
So, Don, I had a blast for
This
this
was
Halloween
fantastic.
episode. The beers were great. When the beers are good, the vibe is good.
Yeah.
So
and
just
are we
great-
gonna state this now, or are we
Okay.
gonna wait?
Yes.
This is gonna be.
I almost forgot.
This is huge.
We made a decision, while we were talking off air. We have to include the Big Rig Porter. So this was the one I had trouble pronouncing, right? So the Tales from the Patch Pumpkin Porter is going to go on the official list of porters because it deserves to be there.
Yeah, and
So
if I'm
that's
not
gonna be
mistaken, I mean, would the Oust one go there too, or is there going to be because
I'm not sure. We'll
we're not
discuss
sure.
that.
But Big Rig,
but we know
Big
that's going
Rig,
on.
Big Rig for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, because
Yep.
we were looking at the charts.
It actually has the highest score
It
of any
does.
porter
It
we've
has to
had this season.
It has to go in there.
That's so
And
it
what
has
a way!
make
What
this
a way to
one.
do that in an episode that we were just trying to have some fun
Have
with
some
it,
fun.
and
Found a great beer.
Yeah,
Found 3 great beers. for that matter,
fantastic,
too.
Big Rig.
Fantastic. Okay, I think we're at the end of.
I think we need a gunshot.
Yeah, episode 13, which is fitting
believe
for this
it.
Halloween episode.
Yes, sir.
Let's sign off, Don.
Okay,
Two brothers.
3 beers. We're
We're
out.
out.